What is going on, guys? Today we're going to be doing a reaction to a top 10 favorite hair metal, sleaze metal, glam metal albums from S&T Young YouTube channel. Now, he goes into ever since I've subscribed to him for a while now, he always talks about like black metal, death metal. He covers a lot of different ground in the metal genre. And so he does have once in a while he has some like hair metal episodes and stuff that I check out. And I seen that he does have a top 10 here, which I don't think I ever seen this one here before. But quite interesting to see. And I did just recently release my top 50 hair metal albums a couple days ago. And if you guys want to check that out, I'll put the link down in the description below and also put part 1 right here. So I had to cut it in half because I didn't want to release a 2-hour long top 50 list because I can't shut up when I'm talking about these albums. So check that out if you guys want after this video. But let us go in here to Young's top 10 here and see what he has for us.
So the reason why I felt like I have to defend myself sometimes, and honestly, I really don't give a shit what people think, but somebody called me a poser in my last video because I showed Korn, a Korn album. And dude, if you're watching, you're probably not watching this video, but I don't understand your definition of poser just because I like a certain genre of music. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. And when I say this, and I'm going to bring up 2 guys, or 3 actually, Music of Destruction, Justin Horville, and Drucifer. Love those guys, watch their channels quite a bit, and I mean, nothing they say can ever offend me. But what is the definition of a poser? So far, what I could get from these guys is they're listening to heavier, more extreme side of death metal that I freaking listen to, or black metal, or what have you, that I even listen to. But they're calling people posers because they like Pantera or listen to Slipknot and stuff like that. And it's mainly, the poser thing is mainly a cliche in the metal scene. I don't use that term. I don't give a crap what anybody listens to. Me personally, I like all music. Like I just mentioned, I have several different genres, but what cracks me up when
I agree. I will say you're a poser if you listen to Bon Jovi. Just kidding, guys. Just kidding.
I'm gonna return to that guy that commented and called me a poser because I like Korn. Same dude just a couple months ago commented on my video. He likes my videos because I show death metal bands he's never heard of. Basically, in a nutshell, is what he said. So honestly, somebody please make a video, define what a poser is. I really want to fucking know, because a lot of it doesn't even make sense. No, it really doesn't make no sense at all. So anyway, let's get back to.
Also, if you're watching this reaction video here, let me know in the comments what you think a poser is, because we probably get that a lot here in the hair metal community. That our subgenre of metal is poserville, but I strongly disagree with that in all fronts. And that could be for another conversation for a different time, but give me the definition of a poser, guys, down in the comments.
To this video, and this is why I've shot this video so many times, because I keep on doing that and I can't stop it, so I'm just going to include it in the video, which sucks because I know there's a lot of new viewers that like this stuff, that normally wouldn't watch my channel because I show more of the death metal stuff. It's probably just went through a ringer of what the fuck and probably clicked off by now. But anyway, let's get to it. I'm just going to get to it. Coming in at number 10 is Slick Toxic with Doing the Nasty. This album was released in 1992, and it's a Canadian sleaze, heavy metal, hard rock, glam metal band, I guess. The reason why I picked this CD up, to be honest with you, is I thought it was a thrash metal album, just because of the logo and font on the band name, and the cover art's not your typical sleaze or glam metal album cover, but I just thought it was a thrash metal album. I remember going home, popping in, and actually liking it, but kind of taken back because it wasn't what I thought it was. But it's a great album nonetheless. Doing the Nasty, or Big Fucking Deal. Actually, the opening track is Big Fucking Deal. That's my favorite freaking track on it. This is the OG press, the CD I bought. Always dug this artwork. Also, the glam metal scene, it went through phases. Of course, glam metal, we all know, means glamorized or whatever. It's because they were wearing makeup, spandex, and different things like that. And they kind of shed that a little bit. This one, the sleaze metal band seemed to be more in the chains and the black leather, more of the extreme side of glam metal, I guess, per se. But definitely, if you don't know Slick Toxic, definitely look this one up. It's not going to be for everybody. I enjoyed this album because I think it's just classic in my eyes. It was released when I was in high school. Actually, I was a senior when that was released.
Yeah, I think that album is for everybody. Like I think, especially if you like hair metal, like unless you like the real soft and even like real melodic stuff only, then you probably wouldn't like it, maybe. But I mean, it to me, it's a top 50 album. I do think that. Now, our friends over at Rock and Danger, they probably just when they seen that, they probably just screamed and cheered so loud that I think I actually heard them. Because they absolutely love Slick Toxic, and rightfully so. It is a very good 13 track album. Not many good or not many albums have 13 tracks, first of all, and good. Now, yes, there are maybe one or two weaker tracks, I would say, that I don't really have on the iPod. But overall, though, very, very strong record. Hell of a time. White Lies, Black Truth, really cool. By the Fireside is just badass, and the instrumental at the end is Rachel's Dead. One of the best instrumentals probably of the genre, just off the top of my head. But good pick. I ain't gonna bitch about that.
Next one up is one you don't typically see at all. Not saying this is underground or anything, just one I rarely see shown, and that's Tora with Surprise Attack. Tora released this in 1989. They're out of Memphis, Tennessee. This is the original CD I bought back then. I think it's on A&M Records. Didn't say what this one was on. This is on Capitol, Slick Toxic. This is on A&M. The first song I heard on this was on MTV, and it was Phantom Rider. And it's more of a heavy metal track. Actually, I thought it sounded a lot like Metal Church. But this is still nonetheless glam metal. Damn good album. Damn good one. Favorite song, Love's a Bitch. I love that one. Actually, the guitarist in this kind of reminds me of a little bit of like Randy Rhoads, a little bit for some reason. Phantom Rider, Walking Shoes. She's good, she's bad. Being There. So many good ones. But yeah, I love the artwork. Of course, Tora, we know what that is. Always like that chick in there. I used to actually have this poster on my wall. Actually, it was on my door. But I think that was the original art, and they kind of knocked it down to that. Also, I'm not going to tell you who the singers are or guitarists. I don't know who those are unless I really am into the band. This is an album that I freaking love, but it's one of those listens I have to be in the mood for. So there you have it. Tora with Surprise Attack at number 9.
Good album, but I think Wild America is certainly the album to have for Tora. I think that album's so much stronger in my opinion. Although, I mean, you got Walking Shoes, a good song, bluesy song. You got Guilty on the debut here. Very good. I don't know how that song didn't get bigger. I don't for some I mean, I like Walking Shoes and I love the bluesiness and shit to it. But I think Guilty is actually a better song, like, as far as, like, for the mainstream, and I don't know how that didn't do well. But for me, on the debut Tora, I don't like the ballads. I don't like the ballads on there. What is it? Being There and Phantom Rider. Like, I don't care for those songs. I rarely visit those, and when they do come on, I kind of sometimes a lot of times they get skipped. Um just okay, but I always go towards their second album more than their debut. But I mean, I appreciate the Tora love. If you guys enjoy this content that we're doing here, please like the video, please share it, and then please subscribe. That helps the channel out so much, just helps everything that we're doing here. And also leave me a comment as well. Always interested to see what you guys had to say. Now let's jump right back into this video.
Another one, somebody might say, nah, it's not thrash or glam metal, but I always thought it was. It's kind of a glam metal southern rock band. This is Jackal with their self-titled album, released in 1992, I want to say. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because the Lumberjack was playing on the MTV a lot with the Chainsaw Mafia, if you don't know. But this band, of course, is from Georgia. You can hear it in their sound. It's kind of a southern rock glam metal album. Always really dug this artwork. This is on Geffen Records as well, and this is their original press I bought shortly after it was released sometime. But I do like the artwork, the Chainsaw Mafia. They kind of hid the parental advisory up here. I don't know why they did that. It seemed like people was likely to buy an album if it had that sticker up front. But yeah, this one I always liked. I like every track. This is actually one of the videos or CDs I was listening to before this video. I Stand Alone, Dirty Little Mind, and then Lumberjack, of course. But every track is great. She Loves My Cock. That's the sleaze metal. Good stuff. Jackal with her self-titled.
You know, that's a good question because I love Jackal, but I rarely think of them as hair metal, which is strange. I know it's strange because where else would you put them? I don't put them in sleaze metal either. I don't put them in blues metal. They're not glammy. Sleazy, like, they're one of those bands that don't really have a home in the subgenre of hair metal. Strange indeed, strange indeed. And they were one of those bands that did well when hair metal died. So, like, I think that kind of always, like, puts something in my head to where it's like they're not necessarily hair metal because they did just as well, if not better, as the 90s went on than anyone else in hair metal did. So, I don't know. That's kind of why I left them off my top 50 because they would have certainly been one of their albums would have been on my top 50. But I kind of just left them off because I don't know where you really put them. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know where you put them in the comments because I just they're just a great hard rock bluesy band. And attitude, you know, just a great overall, but no real home, I think. So great album, great album. Now I will say, like Redneck Punk, I don't really care for. She Loves My Cock, I don't really care for. I mean, just all tongue in cheek, but like all the other songs are damn good. Wish It Would Rain, Down on Me, awesome shit all the way around.
This next one up is one from Austin, Texas, 1989's Dangerous Toys, which everybody knows the vocalist sang for Watchtower, which was Chuck Schuldner's of Death's favorite band. But Dangerous Toys, I remember buying this. I didn't actually hear a song off of it until I had it on cassette originally. But because I like the artwork, I really dig that. I didn't know what I thought. To be honest with you, when I saw it, I was thinking maybe an Aerosmith sounding band because I was thinking Toys in the Attic, and I think that cover art kind of reminded me of like Toys in the Attic a little bit with this killer clown. But I popped it in. I mean, Teasing, Pleasing. That song will never die. It's just such a great track. Every track on this is great, but if you don't know this album, start with the opening track, Teasing, Pleasing, or whatever it's called. Yeah, Teasing, Pleasing. Sporting a Woody. I used to have actually the t-shirt. This is on Columbia Records too, by the way. I had the t-shirt that said Sporting a Woody on it and had the clown on the front, but on the back it said Sporting a Woody. But yeah, you can tell it's the sleaze style with the leather jackets, the jeans. This guy's wearing a Death t-shirt. The vocalist, I think, is. Or, yeah, no, it might be the bass player. I can't remember. Look at that sick ass artwork. But just your typical inlay with the lyrics and everything. But definitely look this one up. This one for me is number 7.
So that makes sense then why they're probably wearing a death shirt on that. Because I always wondered that too. Like, damn, that's crazy. But like, if Chuck from Death loved Jason's previous band, then that kind of makes sense with that connection. Then, so that's pretty cool. But good album. Debut, Dangerous Toys, great artwork. But I prefer the second album. I prefer Hellacious Acres over the debut. But I mean, you got That Dog on there on the debut. You got Queen of the Nile, which is really, really good and actually kind of really surprisingly melodic at times in that song for Dangerous Toys on that album anyway. Because they did get a little more melodic on Hellacious Acres. But I never got into Scared though. I never got in that song. I don't know why that was a single. I just don't think it's that good of a song. I don't even know if that's on the iPod. It might be, but I just skip it a lot. So yeah, yeah. So Hellacious Acres is where I go.
I forgot to. Dangerous Toys, but they're self-titled. Um, at number 6 is LA Guns with Cocked and Loaded. And I bought this album because I had their first album. I still have their first album. I bought this album because the Ballad of Jane was on the radio a lot. And like I said in my other video, it was all about the power ballad. You remember I mentioned that if you've watched that. Back then, it seemed like a lot of bands were trying to release power ballads. So I think the record companies were pushing for them. And that was a hot ticket to your girlfriend's heart, I guess. Whatever, back when those teen years. But this one's a great one. This one freaking rules. Love Letting Go is kind of more of an intro. Slap in the face. Sleazy comes, easy go. Sleaze metal. The Ballad of Jane, of course. Magdalene. Give a Little. I'm going to say every song because I love it. The guitar solo, I'm Addicted, is freaking awesome. And then this has a bonus track, I Want to Be Your Man. I don't think that's on the vinyl edition, but this is the original press on Vertigo. And like I said, this is sleaze metal just by their look and sound. But goddamn, get out of there. The leather and the jeans, they look more like a thrash band back then. This one still has its order form. And that's the first one I got, the first one. But great one. And a little bit of history on this. I don't know too much, but I know Guns N' Roses, I think Axl Rose and the guy Guns, last name was in a band, Guns N' Roses. That's where you get Guns N' Roses. For those who don't know that much of glam history, which I really don't know that much either. I just bought the albums because I dug them and listened to them. I didn't really chase after who was who and the whole story. But LA Guns, Cocked and Loaded at number 6.
Very good album. LA Guns does make my top 50. It was so hard to choose though between Cocked and Loaded and Hollywood Vampires. Both those albums are amazing. But yeah, I mean, Cocked and Loaded is like one of those sleaze albums that if someone says, "Hey, what is sleaze metal?" That's one of the albums that you would grab is Cocked and Loaded. And just absolutely great all the way around. Like Magdalene is okay, but still good. I Want to Be Your Man, just absolutely great song. I don't know how that was a bonus track. How wasn't that a part of take Magdalene off and put I Want to Be Your Man on and have Magdalene as the bonus track? That makes more sense to me. Malaria is awesome. And Letting Go, like you said, the intro track, but that's a great minute intro. Like, absolutely awesome guitar work wise. So, very awesome album.
And another one, phenomenal vocalist. And I can't remember his name. It sounds Russian. Oh shit. But this is Steelheart, but they're self-titled. And this is just amazingly produced album. I love the drums on this. Drum sound on this is amazing. And the vocalist is amazing. And the vocalist I'm talking about, what is his name? I know I won't be able to see it. But he does the vocals for Steel Dragon in the movie Rockstar. I think he's one of the vocalists. But the reason why I bought this album originally was for one of the first singles. I wonder if it says his name. Well, I can't see it, but it's this fucking dude right there. Oh man, You Have Angel Eyes. I'll never. What the fuck is it called? Can't see it, and I can't remember the name of it. I'll Never Let You Go. Okay, it was a power ballad. That's why I bought this album. But my favorite track on this is Can't Stop, Love Ain't Easy, and She's Gone. That's probably the best power ballad of all time. I love the freaking piano work, and the chorus on there, he gets way up there, and it sounds so great. But yeah, so number 5, Steelheart, with the self-titled album.
Great album. I ain't gonna bitch it. Now I prefer Tangled in Rain's their second album, but that's another band where it's like, which one do you choose, the debut or the second album? Like, both are absolutely great, for a little different reasons. Um, but yeah, as far as the debut here goes, you got Everybody Loves Eileen, which was a music video single as well. Very good, very catchy, melodic. Man, yeah. Can't Stop Me Loving You. Oh man, it's just a great album. Gimme Gimme. I don't know what else. Steelheart's amazing, and they certainly got the shit end of the stick on just not making it bigger than what they did. So yeah.
Number 4 is Slaughter with Stick It To You. This is not my original CD, and the reason why I say that is I think my original CD was stolen. This was one I bought used because it's clipped, but originally I bought this on actual cassette, which is right here, my original cassette. And then I bought the CD a little bit later. I'm not sure what happened to it, and then I got this CD. By Slaughter, this is on Chrysalis Records. Up All Night, Sleep All Day. That's the first song I heard of. Also, I knew Mark Slaughter and Dana Strum was in Vinnie Vincent Invasion. That's another reason why I decided. And that's why I know a little bit more history on this band. But Eye to Eye, Burning Bridges. I love the vocals on this. Fly to the Angels. Is that on here? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Fly to the Angels. Mad About You. This great one. Great freaking guitar work in this, and that's one thing about glam metal is that the guitar solos and the vocals are always good. She Wants More. Yeah, this is sleaze, and it's amazing. So Slaughter at number 4.
Yeah, that's why hair metal is the greatest, because they have great guitar solos. That's why I think one of the big reasons why I call it home is because of the guitar solos. And just vocals, like you said, as well. Vocals plays an important part in that as well. But great album, Stick It To You. Now, someone did bring up, and I always fight with this too, but someone brought up on my top 50 was, do we do Fear No Evil or do we do Stick It To You? Fear No Evil is amazing as well. So like I'm not gonna give anyone shit for putting Fear No Evil instead of Stick It To You, or vice versa. So both are absolutely great albums.
Stick It To You. I'd never owned Wild Side or Wildlife. This is the only Slaughter album I've ever owned.
You don't need to own Wildlife. It's okay. I mean, unless you really want to. But I know Steve from Rock and Metal Invasion will probably give me shit for saying that because he loves that album. But yeah, for me, yeah, it's a big drop off in between two great albums. So yeah, that's.
But I see people show that other one, and I remember hearing songs on it. I definitely liked it, but I never went out and got it. That's the only one I got. And this next one, and this is my favorite Poison album. Shit you not. At number 3 is Flesh and Blood, released in 1990. And if I remember right, Poison's from Pennsylvania, of all places. I always thought they were Los Angeles, but they're from Pennsylvania. But anyway, this album to me, the reason why I like it so much, and it's my favorite one, it holds more memories. Look What the Cat Dragon is actually the first album I got, and I love that album as well. But this is my favorite one just because the song's on it. It reminds me of me and my friend Larry going cruise Main Street. And we blast this thing, got girls' phone numbers. But I just love how the album starts off with this intro called Strange Days of Uncle Jack. And for some reason, it just brings back a flood of memories just in the intro alone. And it goes into a Valley of Lost Souls. And I love the chorus on that. There's so many good songs on this. And this is it's got that bluesy side. And of course, you can see it's the sleaze, jeans. They lost the makeup and all that shit. Something to Believe In. I love that track. Unskinny Bop. I always love that guitar, drum and bass and vocals. But one of my favorite guitar solos of all time is actually on this record right here. And that's the Life Goes On. CC DeVille guitar solo. Gives me chills every time. It's definitely favorite one in my top 10. Love Poor Boy Blues. Love that song. Man, this album is a freaking masterpiece in my eyes.
It's not my favorite Poison now. It's good. It is good. I like it, but I don't visit this album that much, and even like some of the deep tracks are just okay. But I do agree 100% with his take on Life Goes On. It's a great song, great solo. CC's one of CC's best solos. I agree. Absolutely. That song. I don't know how that song isn't more well known within the hair metal community. Uh, I mean, obviously, you always hear "Every Rose Has a Thorn," but fuck that, and bring in "Life Goes On." I mean, just for the guitar solo alone, absolutely great stuff. So, but I don't know. I just don't visit Flesh and Blood that much. Even like the title track is just okay. Ride the Wind. There are good songs on there. It's not a bad album by any means, but to me, I think they did better stuff. What they were trying to do on Native Tongue. If you want more bluesiness type feel, I like Native Tongue for that reasons. And then if you want the fun, glammy stuff, then just go to Open Up and Say Ah then. So you have those two mixtures of Native Tongue and Open Up and Say Ah on Flesh and Blood, basically. And I just think if I want to listen to that, I'll just listen to both those two albums, Native Tongue and Open Up and Say Ah, over Flesh and Blood. But nonetheless, very good album. Very good album. I'm cool with it.
Yeah. I only have 3 Poison albums, the first 3 albums. That's pretty much all I needed. I do like the other stuff after this. Not really much to this. But I do like the other stuff. But this one was pretty much all I really needed, the first 3 albums. Flesh and Blood at number 3. Coming at number 2, and it came out about the same time. It's Warrant's Cherry Pie, which most people are going to show Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich. I do like that album a lot too, but this one, it's about the same period. I had both of these cassettes. My buddy Larry didn't really listen to the thrash metal side, so the compromise is we listened to this, and he dug these. And this one in particular, we picked up a couple chicks, and it was an ice storm night. I remember that, and we was driving around in a freaking ice storm listening to this album. So every time I hear it, it makes me think of that stuff. But this has probably one of the heaviest glam metal songs I've ever heard, and that's Uncle Tom's Cabin. Love that. Love the acoustical intro. Love the vocals and chorus. Of course, Cherry Pie. I love that song. It's kind of like the Inner Sandman. It got overplayed, but it's still a great track. Mr. Rainmaker. Love in Stereo. This one's the censored one with Tipper Gore in it. Just like I said in my last video with the body count, they released it without Cop Killer, of course. Well, this one they replaced it with a Blackfoot cover, I think, Train, if I remember right, if I'm correct. But this one has the Tipper Gore version. This is the Tipper Gore version, just great album. Every track. This is the original CD. I have, I think, 3 copies of this. The remaster I really dig because it has some bonus tracks on it as well. But that video, video is awesome. I also had the single Cherry Pie, and I had a Queen cover, I think. We Will Rock You, and they did it pretty good too. But yeah, great one. This is a great album. Coming in up number.
I am not gonna give anyone shit for putting Cherry Pie as their favorite album or whatever, because it is a good album. Don't listen to what people say about Cherry Pie, haha, yeah, oh yeah, Cherry Pie, yeah, yeah, okay, we get it, okay, just same thing as like 17, like. All right, what do you want me to do about it? It's still a damn good song. I can still listen to Cherry Pie. I will not throw anything through the radio if they play it on the radio. But yes, I get it. It is overplayed. But as far as the album goes, like you said, it's a good album. Now, because a buddy of mine, the past probably 5 years, he's been telling me, you should like Cherry Pie is good. Like everyone always talks about the singles off that, but there are the non singles, the deep tracks are very good on that album. You're the only hell your mama ever raised. Get the fuck out of here. One of their best live songs, I would say. Love that song live. The ballads on here, Blind Faith and I Saw Red, kills Heaven and Sometimes She Cries from Dirty Rotten. Yeah, no contest to me. I mean, and that's to Janie Lane's credit and Warren's credit as well, that their sets of ballads on their albums are just awesome. One of the better bands that does ballads as far as like through their whole catalog. So, but no, I'm cool. I'm not giving. That's not a. That's not a bad take here. Having Cherry Pie, I'm cool with it.
Two. Sorry, trying to burp at the same time. I don't think anybody's gonna fucking watch this video. The intro is too goddamn long. But I'm gonna keep it in there. I'm not gonna do this video again. So, number one, it came out about the same time. And everybody, when I typically show this band, it's always the first album. And I never see anybody show this out or in the top ranking glam metal video. And I kind of hesitate because this is a more heavier album. But Skidro, Slave to the Grind, which I have 3 copies of this. This happens to be, just like I said, the body count in that Warrant Cherry Pie, where they had to remove a song and replace it with another one. This one is the version with Get the Fuck Out, which was taken off, and they replaced it with Beggar's Day, which I have that version as well somewhere. Yeah, it's at the bottom here. It doesn't look any different than that, to be honest with you. It just looks newer. This has Beggar's Day on it, and then, well, I guess the cover art, well, this one's older. And then I'm a huge fan of this album, by the way, if you haven't noticed. And then the OG cassette, which Get the Fuck Out. And you're going to notice, like the body count will have that parental sticker. And I think, I don't think the Warrant really ever did, but I know this one did, these versions with Get the Fuck Out. So, this album, oh my gosh, I could go on for days about this thing. This is still a constant listen rotation, especially during the summer. I think I listen more glam metal during the summer than winter, but today, of course, it sounded great.
Yeah, it puts you in a good mood, man. Like the sun's out, you feel good, warm weather, just fun outdoor shit. Like, and the music is perfect for that. Riding, motorcycles, muscle cars, perfect. Awesome shit for that. If you want to feel good, listen to hair metal. That's as simple as I can make it.
I never had this on wax. I don't even think I care to have it on wax. I have these versions, and that's all I really need. But favorite tracks on this is, of course, Monkey Business, Slave to the Grind, Mud Kicker, Wasted Time, the ballad, In a Darkened Room, Get the Fuck Out, Psycho Holiday, is that right? Is that a Pantera song? Psycho Love. And, sorry, Riot Act. You think it's raining, but you're pissing down my back, so stop. The Riot Act. Killer One, that's my number one. So, Man,
That's fair. That is fair. You know, I just don't visit Skid Row that much. Although that's a great album. That's a great album. But In a Darkened Room, that's a badass song. I love the guitar tone, love the guitar work in that song. Just great chorus, melody, everything. That song has everything in it. Very, very good stuff. But that is S&T's top 10 hair metal. What did you guys think of this? I thought it was fair. I liked it. I liked it. There wasn't really anything that you don't always see. There was stuff that was a little bit more not well known, and then there was like obviously Cherry Pie and like Poison that everyone knows in Skid Row, but they were good. They weren't your normal ones though either. So I mean, and Cherry Pie, I just think Cherry Pie is a good album, even though people do have that usually as their favorite. But I'm cool with it because anything Jane Lane, man, I'm cool with. Like, obviously, I would have chose Doggy Dog, but Jane Lane, you can't go wrong with Jane Lane and Warrant. Like, what the fuck? You're not gonna pick. You're not gonna have a wrong answer if you pick one of those albums. So, yeah. So shout out to S&T Young. Good video, bro, and good list. I'm cool with it. Not gonna give you too much shit.
Talk to me.
Also, too, if you guys haven't seen my top 50 hair metal albums list, check it out in the description below or right here. So, guys, until next time, stay out of the collateral damage. And if you guys enjoyed this reaction to someone's rank, check out my reaction to Bryce Talks Metal right here.
Yeah, I wrote that. It's called I Want to Rock Your Body. And then in parentheses it says to the break of dawn.